Hey guys, new video here. Today I want to show you guys my own build that I've been using for the past year to farm T16 Delirium 100% on the lowest investment possible. So far, I've been able to farm T16 Delirium on the second day of the league, pretty much every single league except this one, because this league my build's kind of broken for some reason, but it's fixed now so it works just fine. As you can see, I don't have a Headhunter, I have a pretty budget build I would say. You can make this work on maybe 15 exalt investment when a league starts. All you need really is the cost freeze and a 6 link, effectively. As you can see, like if you can see my move speed, I don't have any boots, I don't have any adrenaline flasks. I don't even have a big silver flask, actually. All I have is a diamond flask for the extra crit chance. So this build is kind of nuts. Let me just explain to you how it works. Well, this is one way to leave a map. So my build is designed around this one sextant. This sextant is giving me plus 2% increased damage for each poison on me. It also gives me plus 6% movement speed for each poison on me. This is really applicable for self-poison builds, but self-poison builds don't really have the benefit of a damage increase because the poison builds don't work off the flat damage increase, but my build does. Right now I'm playing Ice Nova, and Ice Nova scales a lot from the damage because they have critical strike multiplier. Let me show you how I'm doing this. I'm using this Ascendancy, Noxious Strike, to apply poisons on myself. It has a 40% chance to poison a hit, and increases duration of your poisons by 5% for each enemy hit. Because in Delirium you have thousands and thousands of mobs, you can increase your poison duration by up to 5 minutes, so you'll always have your poison for every boss, for every mob. You'll always be full move speed and always be full damage. As well as this, I'm using the Golden Rule. Golden Rule allows me to reflect the poisons on myself. It's a must-have, and you have to use it. It increases your chaos resistance as well, so it kind of helps you be a bit more tanky in Delirium, because some of the monsters do chaos damage. It reflects all the poisons back to you, up to 100 poisons. So effectively, you can increase your damage done by 1000% and increase your move speed by 500%, which is really insane. As you can see, I don't have any move speed on my boots, I don't have Tailwind, I don't have any ways of increasing my move speed. All I'm using is a Sextant. When I don't have a Sextant, look how slow I go. This is level speed. Well, but when I do have a Sextant, I'm super slow, especially if I'm using a Headhunter, which I wasn't in this video. So once you reflect the poisons, you have to be using Morph Conquest. Morph Conquest makes you immune to poisons. Poison's gonna kill you unless you're using this helmet or you're playing CI. CI blocks all the poison damage but allows you to keep all the poison stacks. So does this helmet. So all you have to do is use it. You can find one for about 10C, I'd say. Early in the league, especially, I'd say about 50C when the league just starts, because this is a Legion unique. But it's really easy to get, so you shouldn't have much of a problem obtaining it. This set by itself can allow you to push into high tier maps before you have much of an investment to your build. So once you have all the poison stacks, all you have to do is just spin to win and try to defend yourself and not die too fast. It comes with practice. I've done this build on a 2k HP budget, 2k HP build, and it performs just fine. Yes, you'll die sometimes, but they have so much move speed and so much damage that more than makes up for it. You can easily kill T16 bosses, one of the Delirium bosses, in less than 5 seconds if you have pretty much no investment to your build. But let me show you what I'm using for this showcase. I'm using a normal exploit chest, which you don't really need. As long as you have a 6 link, you can use Carcass Jack, which is also fine. But if you have a bit more investment, you can use the exploit chest. All my links are pretty much common: Cyclone, Hypothermia, Custom Crate, of course, Inspiration Support. We'll probably lose all the gems soon, or the anomalous gems, so I would say just keep the same setup. You don't have to use the alternative gems in the future. And of course, Ice Nova. As my weapons, I'm using Ospreys. It's pretty much a go-to choice. You can use a second shield if you want for more defensives, but you don't really have to. I feel like if you have more damage means more life, because they have more mobs killing you. Just go full ham and you'll be fine. I'm using a Crescent Hit Crusader gloves. Those gloves are really underappreciated. Those gloves cost me, I think, 2 exalts. But the value of those gloves, I would say about maybe 15 or 20 exalts, just from the impulses I have right now. But again, you don't have to be using it. If you have normal resistances on your gloves, just use those. Those are completely fine. For my rings, I'm using Circle of Fear. Again, it's not necessary. You can use any rare rings if you want. But if you want to have a budget version, I suggest buying Mark of the Shaper and using an Elder Ring as a second ring for more resistances. That should be more than enough for you to farm Delirium. For my amulet, I'm using Pandemonios. It's kind of a staple. It's more or less cheap, but again, you don't have to use it. Like, none of this gear is necessary except for Cosplays and a 6-link. Well, and of course, more of Conquest. Because you just have so much damage, you would not need it. Everything else here, you see, is an Oracle. Like my Headhunter, that I'm not going to be using, because I'm ethical. You don't need any of this gear. Just make sure you only have Morph Conquest, Cosplays, at least one Cosplay. Each one costs too much, maybe like an Exalt when the league starts. Right now I think Cosplays are about 40 each. So hella cheap. Extremely cheap. That's kind of all you need to find Delirium. If you have any questions, I'm gonna leave my POB in the description below, and you can come by to my stream, Twitch TV/PersonalJesus. And I hope to see you then. Have a good one.